Okay, welcome to Thursday Thoughts, everybody.
Where is it?
It's a snowy day. Oh, yeah.
It's like
All right, we're going to start with a question again. How many of you, even you kids in the back, how many of you have strict parents? You can say yes, I can't see you.
I don't.
If you have strict parents, say yes.
I do.
No? You guys have non-strict parents?
Mine is medium.
I do.
Who's more strict, your mom or your dad?
My dad.
Your dad? Okay. That was quick. Do you guys have any strict teachers?
Yes.
Who's,
Oh, yes.
who's your strict teacher?
Mr. Barry.
Mr. Winterton.
Mr. Winterton?
Oh, I hate Mr. Miss Chalmers last year.
Okay.
I feel bad for the teachers watching this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We met him this year.
Okay.
I have his TA.
What does it mean to be a strict teacher or a strict parent? What does that? What do you guys think that means?
Doesn't do anything.
Swearing. Quick to anger. Quick to anger.
Mr. Winterton swears at us.
Shout out
Swears
to
at you. Mr. Winterton, stop swearing at the kids.
And Miss Chalmers, if you're there.
How about your parents? What does it mean to have strict parents?
Same thing.
What does your dad do that's you think is strict?
Too many rules.
Too many rules? Okay, what else?
He played people.
What's that?
Oh, never mind.
Okay. All right, we're going to talk about that. So I was thinking about this last night. I went to Lucy's concert choir. Is that what it's called? Choir? Concert choir?
No, it's just choir.
Choir rehearsal or what do they call it?
Concert.
Concert. I always had it right.
No, he said
Anyway,
concert choir.
And I thought to myself, Lucy is going through the experience of being a teenager in junior high. And I remember that. And I really liked it. Not everybody does, but I really liked junior high. And then I thought, I'm going through an experience too of being a dad. For this is my first time being a dad before, and I've been at it now for almost 14 years, so I'm still learning how to do it.
How hard did you study in college?
I didn't study how to be a dad in college. But it is something that is, it's something I'm trying to be better at. And I think a lot of dads are trying to get better at being a dad. And so we read books, or we listen to podcasts, or we listen to conference talks about how to be a good dad. And so I've been doing that a lot lately, and trying to figure out how to be the best dad I can be, just like I think Lucy's trying to figure out how to be the best 13, 14-year-old girl that she can be and have the best experience. So you guys all said that, pretty unanimously, that your dads were the strict ones. And you know what? That's actually kind of by design. And in most cases, that's true. Not all, but a lot of cases, that's who's strict. So when I was growing up, and some of you have experienced this before, some of you haven't, but my parents got divorced when I was 8 or 9 years old. And then my dad wasn't in the picture for a little bit, but my mom got remarried to my stepdad, John. And both my dad and my stepdad were very strict, okay? Now, I knew they loved me, but they also had pretty high expectations of me. But it's different than being a mom. I can't really teach you guys about being a mom because that's not me. I don't know how, that's not my role, but I can teach you a little bit about what it means to be a good dad. And being a good dad, or in some cases being a good teacher, is having high expectations of those that you're responsible for. So I have high expectations of my kids, which kind of is the same thing as being strict. So when I was a teenager, if my friends came over, do you know what my stepdad would make them do?
Chores.
He'd make them do chores, especially if I hadn't done them yet. So all my friends that came over, they weeded my garden with me, they did my dishes with me. Those things were absolutely had to be done. And you know what? That kind of sucked at the time. It was hard to have that high expectation over my shoulders from my stepdad. But you know what? I am so appreciative of that now. some of the books I've been reading about raising successful children, they all kind of point to one thing, and that thing is that the greatest indicator of whether your kids are successful or not is centered around delayed gratification. Okay, so I want to talk about that. Have you guys ever had steak before?
One of the school steak.
Yeah. Okay. Can you cook a good steak in the microwave? Why not? Huh? Wouldn't that be kind of gross?
Steak is gross either.
Steak could be gross either way. Maybe you don't like steak, but you can't make a good steak in the microwave. It just doesn't work. You've got to cook it on a grill or in some other way for it to be prepared correctly. You can't just have a steak and be eating it 30 seconds later. That's just not how it works. And that's not how successful children are raised either. You can't just snap your fingers and teach them all of life's lessons in 30 seconds and expect them to do that. It's doing hard things. It's having those high expectations. So I want to challenge you guys. As teenagers, this is pretty difficult, but I want you to be appreciative. I want you to appreciate those people in your life that care enough about you to be strict, especially some of the men in your life, okay? Maybe that's your church leaders, or maybe it's a coach, or maybe it's your father or a bishop, or whatever the case may be, that has high expectations of you. Appreciate that, okay? And I know that might be hard, but I know that eventually you're going to come around to appreciating those people that have high expectations of you. So anyway, that's my dad Thursday thought with Brad for this snowy day. You guys have an awesome day, okay?
Woo!